Right, the last two teams to come into the Big Ten were Penn State and Nebraska, both of which are strong football programs.
Yep.
You guys are bringing in Rutgers and Maryland. They have good TV markets with New York and Washington, D.C., respectively, but neither has that powerhouse football or basketball team. Mm-hmm. What do they bring to the conference athletically?
Well, first of all, they're both great fits. They're in contiguous states. Number one. Number two, they're both great public institutions, flagships of New Jersey and Maryland. They have a belief in the broad-based program. It's true that neither has had the football success that Nebraska and Penn State has recently, but they both have great histories. Maryland has won national championships in both football and men's and women's basketball in their history. And Rutgers is the home of the first college football game, Princeton and Rutgers. And, they've been to the Final Four, not in the previous decades, but they've been there. They were last in the tournament in the early 90s. They both have great recruiting bases. I think their association with the Big Ten will help them become more resourceful. I don't think that it's an overnight proposition, but I think they're both committed to not only graduating students, but providing lots of opportunities for men and women and supporting broad-based programs. So we're really pleased with the addition of Maryland and Rutgers. They won't be in until 14-15, but we're operating on a really pretty much a daily basis to make their transition as smooth as possible.
Is expansion talk still are you still trying to find more teams? Are you guys content with, 14 in the future?
No, I think where we are is where we are. The future is hard to predict in the world that we live in. We stayed with 11 institutions for 20 years. We added Penn State in 1990 and didn't expand until 2010 with Nebraska. I thought we would be comfortable there. The world continued to change. I say the paradigm of major college sports has shifted from conferences that are occupying a single region to ones that are in two regions. And that's true for the ACC, the Big 12, the Pac-12, and the SEC. The last time I looked, I don't think Utah or Colorado were necessarily on the Pacific coast, nor are Syracuse or Pittsburgh, Notre Dame on the Atlantic coast. We were pleased that both institutions were available and willing, and we're working awful hard to make that transition integration work. I can't predict the future, but one never knows.
In regards to Rutgers, when the whole Mike Rice scandal came out, was there ever any talk about maybe pulling their invitation?
No, not at all. We know that institutions are complex places made up of people, not just bricks and mortar. We know that people make mistakes. We know that institutions, as they're constituted by people, therefore have mistakes in their system. I think a lot of this is how they respond. In the case of Rutgers, it was quite a complex situation. The actions of the coach were not acceptable. The institution looked at it, pondered, consulted with lawyers as well as HR, and I guess even some members of the Board of Governors. They still came up short. There's no doubt about it. That conduct is unacceptable, was found to be so. And so they're moving forward. It's unfortunate that people lost their job as a result of it. But we play in a very visible enterprise, or we work in a very visible enterprise. There's lots and lots of opportunities for people to judge our conduct and our behavior. When it comes up short, oftentimes there's serious consequences.
When you guys go to 14 teams, has there been any talk about splitting into two divisions for basketball like how it is in football?
We've had a little bit of conversation with our coaches. My suspicion is that we'll maintain a non-divisional approach in basketball. It's quite different than football. In football, you must determine a Rose Bowl representative. You have lots of bowl slots to fill, but the reality is you're really trying to determine who that Rose Bowl representative will be, and if it happens to be a team ranked 1 through 4, you're going to try to figure out how to do that best. In basketball, we have a postseason tournament, and I think this year was it was a very good year, but we had 7 teams play. So the divisional structure just doesn't seem to fit as well in most sports, although I think we'll, on a case-by-case, sport-by-sport basis, take a look at the formats, and there may be some divisions, but I don't expect to see one in the men's or women's basketball.